In this video, I want to hit some of the highlights of material design and show an Android template and how it supports material design. So first of all, what are the major points behind material design? And I got these points from the website material.io, just paraphrasing a bit here. So material is the metaphor. So when you're looking at an app, it should look like paper, ink, layers. So a concept of layering where you can have one piece of paper over another piece of paper. We want bold, graphic, and intentional, so we want to think a lot about our color choices and make them more natural, less look like a program on a computer. Use edge-to-edge imagery, and large fonts, something that the user can read easily. But there again, let's try to minimize text and think more about metaphor when we can. So instead of saying save, have a picture of a floppy disk. Instead of saying photo, have a picture of a camera, something like that. Motion provides meaning, so motion can show one layer going on top of another layer. The example that I'll show is one of the default templates that you can choose when you're picking an Android application. You see, here we have a canvas where we can drop widgets or any kind of user control. Notice that as I click on this menu, note that the navigation drawer slides over, so it gives a bit of animation. And also it kind of shows that it's on top of our layout because our layout has been shaded back here in the back. So I can click and I can return back to my normal flow. Okay, Android provides several other additional support for material design, including a new theme, some new widgets, Recycler View and Card View, some new APIs for animation, and also a Z index. So this is an Android 5.0 and greater, so relatively new. But a Z index which indicates a shadow that falls underneath a component. Okay, one other big thing we'll see in Android that supports material design is this concept called a floating action button. So it's this guy right here, which you see in this case is kind of like a mail icon. You can switch that icon out as you wish. But the idea is that that floating action button should represent the one most common action that you're going to have on a screen. So you only want one per screen maximum. You should use it for positive actions like create something new, share something, make a phone call, send a text, so on and so forth. Avoid for negative or destructive actions like an alert, trash, deleting something, undoing something, something like that. So make it a circle. You see the default is a circle, but there again you can put your own image on top of that. This just shows kind of a little mail, and notice as I click on it, it kind of shows a bit of shadow, again giving a concept of depth. You can maybe subtly see that shadow down there. And as it is right now, it simply pops up a notification. Now, while you should only have one floating action button per screen, you can click on it and have it transition into a toolbar with more details as well. So I don't have that set up here, but the theory is you click on this and a set of kind of sub-menu or complementary menu options appear. So that's a floating action button, and that's a quick look at how Android supports material design with this nav drawer and floating action button. That's merely an example. There's certainly a lot more that you can do in your own app, like support swiping. I have a different video that talks about that, but support swiping back and forth, support any kind of animations when you save, maybe have the screen change color, something like that, and many other features you could consider. So this is simply an introduction, and this is some ideas. Definitely a good way to make a nice app that looks like an application.